The fire doesn't care who you are. It tests you. It breaks most men. But if you rise through it, you'll find the edge. The edge. A no politics zone built for risk and resilience. No politics, only pressure. Ooh, see now, the guy in the White House, I would think before he's president would be perfect for the edge. I'm not telling you exactly what it is, but no politics. I promise no politics on the edge. It's going to be sports. It's going to be Wall Street. It's going to be celebrity. It's going to be tragedy. It's going to be all some fires that we're going to talk about. Mad Dog, can you jump on the horn for a second here? I have a trick question. What color is the White House?
Oh, it is blanco.
Blanco, white. Yeah. What color? Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Grant.
Exactly. We're showing that because President Trump is going to sign some executive orders, and we will take you to that as soon as that starts. In the meantime, Zoran Mamdani is really morphing into the actual perfect Democrat. His policies and ideologies are already reckless and radical, and now, in true Democrat fashion, he's working on delivering the perfect word salad. First, he wants to get rid of New York City's gang database. You know, the running list that keeps tabs on all the city's bad gangbangers. Yep, he just wants to toss that right into the shredder. Don't take it from me, take it from him.
Let me ask you about a bunch of different policies just to kind of get your thinking out there. If city council legislation to abolish the NYPD gang database were to pass, would you support and sign that?
I have supported that proposal. It's one that I've supported because of the vast dragnet has meant the inclusion of New Yorkers on the basis of whether they go out late, photos they put on social media, so much of the facts of life of being a young New Yorker. And yet it then becomes a mark of suspicion.
Oh, right. What a socialist. By the way, Brian Glenn. You know why I did that? They told me not to say Brian Glenn. Anyway, Zoran Mamdani is also focused on clearing out some space in Rikers Island. He apparently wants to reduce the jail population. By the way, just stop here for a second. Do you know that a murderer was just released from a prison on no cash bail and told just make sure you show up for your court hearing? Wanted for murder. All right. Anyway, let these bad guys out. That's what the Democrats want to do. Listen.
The jail population of Rikers has increased since Eric Adams has come into office by more than 1,000 additional incarcerated New Yorkers. And what is quite staggering to me is that we know that we can reduce that jail population to less than 4,000. I mean, Vital City had an article about a number of different proposals that could reduce it to 3,700. And some of this also just has to look at the average stay on Rikers in the 90s was 50 days. Now it's more than 100. There are more than 1,500 people on Rikers who have been held there for more than a year. So I do think many of the reforms that have to be made are also reforms around the court system.
Crime is rampant. Crime is rampant in your city. Zoran Mamdani, we keep seeing people getting killed on subways. You're out of your mind. You want to make it easier to be a criminal in New York. Keep doing that. See how that works out for you. From one airhead Democrat to the next, Stacey Abrams is running her mouth again. This time she's talking about DEI. Well, take a listen to this.
I think defending DEI is actually the cornerstone of restoring our democracy. Because when you can manipulate and weaponize people against each other, when you get the people to do your bidding, you don't have to do it yourself. So you make transgender children the reason for inflation, and you make immigrants the reason for everything else that's gone wrong.
No one blamed transgenders for inflation. Nobody. Stop lying. Stop saying DEI. It's about meritocracy. America's built on meritocracy. You do well, you work hard, you're successful, you're talented, you rise to the top. Not you're going to rise to the top based on your skin color or your gender. It's just not going to happen. it's antiquated. You didn't learn your lesson in 2024? Didn't you really, Stacey? Democrats? Well, I think it's safe to say that Mayor Brendan Johnson is America's most hated mayor. His approval rating's around 5. Chicago's annual Labor Day weekend bloodbath really put a national spotlight on the issues the Windy City is dealing with. Yet Johnson still doesn't think there's a crisis going on. Take a listen.
And your wife, Stacey, be willing to cut your security detail from 150 sworn police officers and put those police officers back on the street where they can protect real Chicagoans?
So we're very proud of the work that we're doing collectively to ensure that our police officers have the resources that they need. As I've said repeatedly, it's policing and affordable housing, it's policing and youth employment, it's policing and mental and behavioral health care services. It's going to take all of us, the business community, the philanthropic community. We're working collectively with Cook County government, the state of Illinois, the state's attorney as well. The volume of cases that we are pushing towards the state's attorney so that we can continue to close out these cases as we really drill down with our detectives division as they solve crime, as they get the evidence over to the state's attorney, gives her the ability to make the prosecution so that we can continue to deter crime in the city of Chicago. That's the holistic approach that we're taking. Thank you.
So Labor Day weekend, there were 8 murders in Chicago, 58 shootings. This past weekend, there were 6 murders. If you count the Monday morning murder, it would have been 7 murders on a regular weekend in Chicago after the Labor Day weekend. Keep doing what you're doing, Brendan Johnson. Clown, moron. Rosie O'Donnell, back with another manic rant about Donald Trump. Take a listen to this latest from the horrible, deranged lunatic woman.
I think that he is afraid of smart, informed, strong women. And, he thinks women are to be abused, to be grabbed by the as he said. I thought when that happened that would be it for him. I remember when Gary Hart had a girl sit on his lap, a grown woman, not a child. And that was the end of his candidacy. And here he is saying what he says and being who he is. And I think that strong women scare him and infuriate him. And I'm one of them.
You're a strong woman. Do you hear that? You're a strong woman. You ran off to Ireland because Trump won. That's not portraying strength, is it now, Rosie? How about one more? Speaking of crazy women who hate Trump, Whoopi Goldberg got upset on that show, that terrible show, after learning that Trump arrested 450 illegal aliens at a Hyundai plant in Georgia. Here's what Whoopi had to say about that.
So here's a question. Last week, Georgia Hyundai plant, where over 450 people were taken into custody, suspected of living and working illegally. Over 300 of them were South Korean. Did you know they were here to build a plant to create American jobs?
Oh, wow. And they rounded them up.
And I mean, let's be real. This isn't about sanctuary cities. This isn't about...
I am so upset. I wore my Get Real shirt here today, and I got absolutely drenched at whatever that storm was, that hurricane that passed through here. You want to be real, Whoopi? You want to get real? They're illegal. They're not supposed to be here. They're illegal, and they didn't come here to create jobs. They came here and took American jobs. What a clown. Does The View even fact-check any of their host comments at all? They're not here to create jobs. They took jobs. They did the exact opposite of that. Whoopee, whatever that means. Okay, we'll be back. 2.5 minutes.